Hello, Virgo, and welcome to Intuitive Clarity with Allison Nichols. Virgo, before I get started, I would like to happily announce I finally have my cards on the market, the ones that I was creating for the last year. Anyway, they are called the Fairies Journey, and there's an intro offer at the link below if you would like to purchase them. I will have to say they did turn out really, really well. The intro offer is only $34.99. And what I did is I created them after the tarot weight system. So if you're familiar with that, you should be able to read these cards fairly easily. Also, if you're a new reader, these cards would be great to learn with because what I did is I did keep with the natural elements of the Rider-Waite deck, but I also added a few surprises along the way, also some eye candy. Now, of course, I did all the major arcanas and the minor arcana suits. So what I did is like for Pentacles, um, the element for Pentacles is Earth, and I also included the season, which should help with timing if at all possible. Could help with timing. So with Pentacles, it is the element is Earth, the season is winter. Okay. Um, Wands. This is my Queen of Wands. So the court cards will also have the astrological sign that is associated with that particular card at the on the bottom banner, as well as if there's any astrological signs that are associated with any of the major arcanas. So that's also at the bottom banner. So with wands, there's my Queen of Fire. The element is fire, and the season is summer. Let's see if I can find, okay, cups. Here's my Queen of Cups. The element is water, and the season is spring. There's another fire. She's actually really pretty. I think she's my grandson's favorite. So here is like one of the, I'm just going to go through a few and then we'll start your reading. Here is one of the major arcanas, which is death. And there, Scorpio is the associated sign with the death card. And there's another water card, the Three of Cups, or Three of Water. And there's spring. We did Pentacles. We do. Okay, this is air, which is swords. And the season is fall. Okay, so anyway, they turned out actually like paintings, and I upgraded the stock. So they're textured, which makes them really, really nice to shuffle, real easy to shuffle. And they also have UV on them as well. So if they do get wet or something, I'm clearly you don't want water to just sit on them, but the water should pretty much just run right off. So there's like the Two of Air. There's Page of Pentacles, which is Earth. They really turned out brilliantly. Some did, like the swords turned out a little dark, but it actually I think helped. Like I said, I created it so that it could maybe boost your natural intuition with some of the colors or the pictures in general. The pictures are really deep. So even the cards that turned out a little dark, it actually helps because I think it helps spark your intuition. You look deeper into the card, if that makes any sense. There's a lot of detail in each and every one of them. Layers upon layers upon layers. It was fun, but it was pretty cool. Here's Justice. That's a good bright one. Anyway, it does come with a book as well, but the book just has the standard general meanings for each card because, like I said, I really wanted new readers to have something that they could possibly create their own interpretations along with the standard ones. So anyway, that's what's going on with intuitive clarity. Please check out if you click on the link below, there's also a video it'll take you to where you could actually see all the cards. I know it's going to be really hard. My camera is not the best when I'm doing these videos. But anyway, just check it out. Intro of $34.99. Click on the link below. And now to you, Virgo, for April 2019. And of course, this is a general reading, Virgo. So if it doesn't resonate with you, please check out your moon and rising sign. If you're on a cusp, check out that sign as well. So let's see what's going to happen for Virgo for April 2019. Of course, we're going to do the usual numerology and lots of layering. Okay. All right. So let me do some quick numerology here. 5. Okay. It does appear that Virgo, you will be going into the month of April with the energy of 5. Excuse me. 5 is tricky. 5 is when things tend to pop up that we have to deal with. It can be also just in general chaotic. It can also be when things catch up that you've been worried about. 5 energy is when it could come to a head. Now it's also learning experience as well. Unfortunately, it is a learning experience that you might wish you didn't have to have. But 5 years are also, or years, I'm sorry, 5 energies are also a cleansing energy, because you're cleaning up this chaos that might have been brewing anyway. So look at it as a blessing. Just kind of go with the flow, and just get through it if you find that you're struggling in the month of April with some things coming up that either unexpectedly or stuff that just needed to be cleaned up. All right, so let's see what's going to happen. It starts off actually fairly well. We'll see what's going on. 5 energy, Virgo, April 2019. Okay. And it's interesting there. Well, there looks to be like there is a bit of chaos. Now, we start off with week 1, and this is the Fairy's Journey cards that I created. Click on the link below and you can purchase your own. Anyway, we start with the Wheel of Fortune, and it is straight up, which is great because that actually means things are moving. It's a karmic thing, okay? So it's almost out of your control when we get the Wheel of Fortune. It's the universe is pushing you towards something. In order to make things happen for you. Also, I get on top of that, I get the snake as a clarifier, and I got it straight up. So I'm anxious to do some more cards, some more layering on this clarification, because it almost appears as if there could be someone behind the scenes that might be stopping you from moving on. Or it could be the snake in the grass that's pushing you to make some adjustments, make some changes. But there again, clarifications can be a big deal. And week 2, I get the 9 of Swords, but it's reversed. The 9 of Swords straight up, it's exactly what it looks like. It's worry, okay? Keeping you up at night. You know that there's something negative on the horizon kind of thing. Reversed, either you're not seeing it coming or you have chosen not to worry about it, because I do get the lilies down here, which is a happy card. So it's interesting. These cards are like flipping. I get a good one and then I get a negative one. It's kind of weird, but where it kind of stabilizes it. But anyway, this happiness here, it appears that maybe there could be a slight bit of depression, perhaps, that is, stopping your happiness, or it could very well be that something has finally come to a head and you're feeling a bit more relieved, you're a bit happier. If this would have been straight up, I would definitely say that your happiness is being stopped in some form. Here, it could be that you're starting to get over something, so you're feeling a bit better about a situation. Week 3, I do get the devil, but now the devil also signifies a Capricorn. If you're involved with the Capricorn at all, Virgo, that's also the card for Capricorn. And here you go. I'll let you see him. That's the devil. Um, and then I get the storks leaving, or the storks, but reversed. So when it's straight up, it is moving to a new home. Oftentimes, when it's reversed, it is not being able to move. All right. Now, the devil in general can be many things. It's being feeling like you're binded, I mean to say, kind of in chains. The devil chains you. And this could be thought. It doesn't have to be necessarily, um, something really dark, but it could be your thought. It's addiction. It is often associated with addiction, or any type of addiction that might be. That could be shopping too much addiction. All right. Now, it looks though like you're having this third week, you might be having some trouble getting away from something that is the devil, and so to speak. So it could be your negative thought pattern. It could be an addiction. It could even be a bit of depression, or some type of thing within your mind, basically. So depression, it could be something like that. Self-medication also goes along with that. So I feel there's something you're having trouble getting away from. All right. Whether it is within yourself, or it could even be within someone around you. All right. Capricorn, if it is a Capricorn, then this hits it right on the money. But if not, it could just be someone that is toxic to you, perhaps, that you are having trouble getting away from. All right. And then Virgo, this fourth week, I get the Tower. Show you him. He was actually a lot of fun to make. Anyway, I get the Tower, but I got it reversed. Straight up, it's destruction. Reversed, it's destruction, but it's on the horizon. Okay. It's still a negative kind of connotation around it, even though it is reversed. But I also got the letter reversed. Okay. So with the letter, it could be good news. It could be physical mail. It is definitely information or news. Reversed, it's more of a negative news. So it could be this fourth week, and it might have something to do with this third week with the devil. It could be that this fourth week, there is something looming on the horizon that you just quite have not either filed the paperwork about, if there was a destruction previously and you just haven't filed the paperwork. In other words, like if something happened within your home or something that you needed to file an insurance claim on it, perhaps you hadn't done that yet. Or there is some type of information that is going to come to you that might be a bit devastating. But since it is reversed, I feel like it's either been going on for a long time, or this is just the beginning of it. Okay, so this could actually bleed into the following month, whatever this information is that either you're not getting, or that you do get, but it hasn't completely shook up your whole world yet. So let's keep going and see what we got. I want to use these. And that snake in the grass on week 1 could very well have something to do with week 4. So this snake might not actually physically show itself. In other words, whatever this is that's looming, until that fourth week. Oop, so sorry. Yeah. Okay, so week 1, I get the Queen of Wands, but she's reversed. All right. Straight up, she is a fire sign. Usually she's a Leo. Okay, if that helps you, if that means anything to you. But she's fire sign. She's very fiery. She has great ideas, and she is actually a great manager. Okay, so if she's at work, she would be a great manager. She would be one of those people too that would organize the parties, and she's that person. Okay, she is the organizer. Reversed, it is being a little bit more selfish, and it is also more of the negative aspects of what the fire sign would be, which is a bit more selfish, although Leos can tend to be a bit selfish, but I mean, this more in the worst way. Also, just lack of any lack of energy, lack of um, just wanting to go out there and conquer the world, because Leos do that. That's their deal, and fire signs in general. But I have her reversed on top of the snake. Okay, so it could be that there is a Leo who is the snake in the grass. Okay, it could be a fire sign that is actually the snake in the grass. So, which could be pushing you to change some things up, because there again, the wheel of fortune is all about change. Okay, of course it can be about luck or money or whatever, but this scenario, I believe it is more about a change in how you're doing things, a change in life in general. um, and there again, I want to do one more clarification card on here, because if I would just stop right now, I would say that this person here is not as they seem to be. So if they are offering you some type of a big change, this is for the better, for the best, you might want to take a step back before you take their advice, perhaps. It might be for their own gain or entertainment. I don't know. You'd have to think about that. But anyway, I do see where there could be some type of a fire sign that could be stopping you from actually pushing forward how you would like things to go. Second week, I am getting judgment. All right. So, whatever you might have been worried about, it appears with this happy card and judgment straight up that things are actually going to go your way. You were probably correct as not to have to worry about this anymore. I believe that you're going to be happy with the judgment, whatever it is that you feel you're going to be judged about. So if this is a court, I believe you might be happy with the ending. Of course, we're going to do one more card, but I believe you might be happy with the ending. You might have been worrying for nothing. Um, if it has something to do with how you would be judged in your job or how someone is judging you in general, I believe you're going to be happy with how they judged you. Okay. There again, you were worrying for nothing. So that second week, I see it as actually kind of a light at the end of the tunnel, maybe, if that makes any sense to you. The third week, I do get the Seven of Swords. Now, the Seven of Swords is not playing fair. Okay. My Seven of Swords is also my thief. All right. And the friend that stabs you in the back. Okay. So not fighting fair. And it's interesting because that's the week that I have the devil. All right. So now, if on top of the not being able to get away. So if there is someone who you feel is backstabbing you, that you would consider that somehow you're stuck with somehow, whether that be through family because you're related, your job, or whatever. It appears this third week is going to be a bit annoying for you. So you might want to watch who you're dealing with. Avoid this type of situation. Don't be the one that's stabbing yourself in the back, though. Okay, don't stab yourself. If there is a possibility that you could overindulge, or if there's something, where you feel that just could completely throw you backwards, with negative thought or, mental clarity in general, walk away from it. Okay. Because this third week might not be too good if you don't. Um, Take some me time, Virgo, whatever it is you got to do. Now, if it turns out that this is actually someone else who is doing this to you, um, please just pay attention to who you're hanging with, who you're getting advice from. And that might even have something to do with this first week. It could be this chick right here. All right. Or gentleman, whatever that might be. Fourth week, remember I said it looked like there was something hanging out there pending that was either from way before and it hasn't caught up yet, or it's going to be new and it's on its way and you just don't know about it. I get the hangman, which is suspense. All right. So if you are waiting for something, okay, let's say you're waiting for an income tax return and something, and you're waiting and waiting and waiting, and you still haven't received it this week. Um, Maybe this made that money could have made all the difference in the world to you. So, I mean, you're no different. You're no worse off than you were before, but you thought you were going to be a little better off by this fourth week. And so it's tragic, but it's not earth-shattering tragic. If it would be something like that. Now, other than that, though, if there is something out there, it's still hanging. There's something still looming, still hanging that you might need to pay attention to. All right. If it had to do with this third week where there was squabbles or there was something that came to light about somebody, um, don't let it just sit there. Deal with it, is what I want to tell you. But I'm going to do a clarifying card. Maybe just keeping it in suspense is the best way to go. But that's what I'm getting as far as that last part of the fourth week. And let me do another clarification card. Yeah, the hangman is all about being in suspense. You know what, though? With the hangman and the tower, it's interesting with the tower being reversed. It is looming chaos, definitely. And remember, we're talking about a 5 energy month. So it might be that is the best thing you could do is just to kind of let this hang for a minute, until you can get your sea legs back. But let me see. Most of the time when I get those two together, and it doesn't happen often, it's there is something hanging out there that has not hit yet. Oh, okay. So for that first week, I do get the pig, which is all about luck. So is the Wheel of Fortune. Okay. But there is someone who is kind of stealing your luck away. So there is someone that is blocking your luck, someone that is blocking your riches. I believe. I'm not sure what that might be. So let's say that you wanted to get a new job and you knew someone there that already worked there and they give you a bad review, or the boss comes out and says, "Hey, what do you think of them? Do you think they'd be a good worker?" They're like, "Oh no," you never even know that's what happened because of course the person that you're going to interview with is not going to tell you, that they gave you a bad review. But it could be something like that, where someone is trying to stand in the middle of you moving forward with your Wheel of Fortune and your riches. So this would be about feeling profitable. So I believe it would be about how you're getting money, okay, how money is coming to you. I believe there's someone who is standing in the way. You might want to look into fire sign. Nonetheless, just kind of pay attention. Okay. Now that second week, I do get the safe straight up. So that's good news. All right. That's actually kind of a good omen because it appears as if that on top of my judgment card, it appears as if things are definitely going to go your way when it comes to something to do with being judged, all right, in some form. And that could even be a job interview as well. All right. You might be worried about something here again with my 9 of air. You might be worried about something for nothing is what I want to tell you that second week. So just kind of check yourself if your mind starts to go to the negative, if you're trying to get something done where someone else is going to have to make decisions, you know, to help you or whatever, judging you in some form. Um, Try to just escape from that negative thought because I don't believe there's a cause for it. Now, interesting, I get the watchful eye on top of someone stabbing you in the back, on top of not being able to get away from somebody who is toxic. Okay. So it could be there's somebody constantly watching you. It's hard for you to get away from them. If this has to do with work, it could be the watchful eye could have something to do with micromanaging. All right. Perhaps you're being too micromanaged at work, and it's driving you a bit crazy. All right. Maybe there's a tattletale at work that goes back and pop, 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 tells everything. I don't know. But either way, I want you to kind of pay close attention to who is around you and who might be uh, pretending to be your friend but not, or listening in order to go back and talk to someone else. Okay, and basically tattle on you, or whatever. Now, this fourth week, I actually get the star. I get success. So that's telling me that whatever is looming out here that could be a bit negative and could rock your world, hang on tight because you're actually going to fare out okay from all of it. So whatever that might be. So if this could even be information, maybe if you were trying to get a loan or a grant, or I don't know if you've got uh, anything that maybe you were trying to open your own business, or run a new house or whatever, and it's negative news. So it kind of um, breaks you down a bit. But with the hangman, just hang in there. All right. Yes, you're in suspense, but it's okay because it's actually a good thing. Whatever this is actually a good thing at the end. So it might have opened up a new door. Okay. With destruction comes renewal every time. All right. In some form comes renewal. So, you know, this could very well just have opened up a new door. So just hang tight. All right, is what I want to tell you. All right, Virgo. I'm going to do 3 more cards and see how you're feeling going into the month of May. And of course, I'm going to use the Fairies Journey because I can, and they're mine. And I do appreciate you watching the short clip at the very beginning. Try to get these out there. They took me so long to make, so I'm really looking forward to seeing what other people think of them when they actually get them, because they do look slightly different than what they look like in the video. They like I said, they look more like paintings. All right, so what's Virgo going to be feeling like going into May? Don't feel bad about having a 5 month in April. I believe that's what I had March, the whole month of March. March is always my 5 month. All right, here we go. Oh, nice. Okay, beautiful. Okay, so I get the Empress, which she is Mother Nature. She is creativity. Now, I do get the 5 of Pentacles, but I got her reversed. So straight up, she's kind of out in the cold. She's poor, okay, financially not real stable, okay, maybe made some bad decisions, whatever. Reversed, it appears as if you might be pulling out of it. Okay, so if there was a financial downfall recently, this might be the time where the energy where you're going to be able to pull out from it, because I also get my 10 of Fire. All right, where she's carrying a heavy load, but it is manageable. Okay. Or you might be working if you were having some financial difficulties, Virgo, you might be working 2 jobs to get it done. All right. To be able to pull out of the difficulty. You might start to use your creativity. You might start doing it in a creative way. Maybe you start, I don't know, your own business or something or something you could work from home or just adding something more creative to create more income. So that's what I'm getting for going into the month of May 2019. Fast year so far. So overall, yeah, it's a bit chaotic, Virgo. I'm sorry to say. Pay attention to that third week, what's going on. Uh, Around you, make sure that the people that you keep tight around you that third week, just make sure there's somebody that you enjoy and you can trust. Okay. Um, that second week, whatever you were worried about. So, and judgment could be about, gosh, just about anything. Like I said, it could be a review at work. It's going to come out fine. You're worrying for nothing. It could be, I don't know, if you're in school, grades, you could be worried about something. Don't worry, it's going to be fine. Do pay attention that first week where someone could be stopping you from moving forward with something. It could just be a general aggravation to it. It doesn't necessarily have to be this deep, dark thing. It could just be a general aggravation, or you thought you were getting money and somebody pulled back, and only to find out that, it's not either not going to be as much as you thought, or not at all, or they backed out of a deal completely. If it had some type of business dealing going on. Yeah, so that's what I have. Okay, Virgo, yay. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed watching this as much as I did reading them for you. Of course, if you're interested in purchasing the deck, there's an intro offer of $34.99. Click on that link below. Um, Always here to do your own personal intuitive clarity reading. There's a link below for that as well. And my Facebook link, I think I'm going to post so you guys can like me on Facebook. Other than that, click like, subscribe, share, do all the things. And of course, I always, always want you to have a fabulous April. And as always, I'm sending loving energy your way until we meet again in May. Bye bye, Virgo.